This episode is brought to you by Ganem Company. Ganem partners with restaurant groups, owners, architects, and designers to turn great concepts into well-built spaces without losing sight of the guest experience. From pre-construction through opening day, Ganem brings clarity, collaboration, and craftsmanship to every project. Thank you to Ganem for sponsoring this episode.
Okay, so we're here for the third and final episode of this series. This is
wild.
Exciting.
So wild.
Nicole, you look nervous.
I'm not nervous.
You're not even on the hot
You know
seat
what
today.
it is? I'm kind of sad. It's okay.
Okay.
I think we've had
Yeah.
so much fun. It's
Yeah.
like, it's kind of bittersweet.
We have to do another one.
Yeah.
Another restaurant, I mean.
There you go.
Obviously.
There you go.
Yeah.
For sure. And I was
getting
just
the itch.
joking. She didn't look nervous.
Oh,
That was just my way to start off because I'm nervous. That's what it was. So we have a new voice with us today here. Sir, who
Hello.
are you?
I'm Parker Ganem.
Parker, welcome to the podcast table.
Happy to be here. It's my first one ever.
Ever?
Ever.
Nice. Nice.
Took some convincing for sure.
Did it?
Yeah.
I'm more
Yeah.
talkative during happy hour.
Okay.
Let's make this 5 o'clock.
All right. I mean, it is 10:27 in the morning. I mean, but
With our
people
mocktails.
home I know. So, all right. If you guys haven't listened to it yet, go back. It's in October. We had the first episode of this. October of last year.
Last
actually.
year.
Yeah. of 24.
Wow.
Really?
Crazy.
And then,
That's crazy.
yeah, that was the very first. Because I don't even think where were we even at that point?
Yeah, like the lease was signed. We are still working through design.
Yeah.
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 Crazy.
So it's
Yeah.
fun to be able to do this again a little over a year later that now the restaurant's rocking.
We're sitting here. Yeah.
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 So yeah, well, I like I said, go back October of 2024 for episode 1, May of 2025 for episode 2. And here we are for episode number 3, wrapping it all up.
Yeah.
Yay.
So, well, let's meet everybody. We met Parker. Who are you?
I'm Emily Ganem. I was more like on the creative side, creative director for this concept. And obviously with a lot of help from my very brilliant husband. And then working with Nicole.
Surrounded by
Yeah.
brilliance, huh?
Yeah,
I
seriously.
love it.
Dream team.
And who are you?
I am Nicole Herman. I am the principal designer of Social Design Studio and was brought on board to help bring their vision to life.
Yeah, I think you've done it. The cages. I don't know if you can see it in the picture or in the video, but the bird cages.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite part of the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nailed the vision.
I know.
Yeah.
And we had that whole moment. Do you remember? I think it was episode 2 about talking about the cages. And you're
Yeah.
like, what are these cages?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was the first thing I thought.
There's
when
the cages.
my wife and here, I came for the ribbon cutting. Thank you guys. Thank you, Shay, for inviting us and the whole team for inviting us. That was the first thing I wanted to see. She's like, what kind of food they have? I don't know. Like, what are the drinks? I don't know. They have bird cages on the ceiling.
They are cool.
They're really cool, yeah. So this is the third episode. You've been open. Things have been rolling now, but we have to give a shout out to Align
yeah.
Architecture.
Oh, yeah.
Brian,
Yeah.
he said he had something going on.
Yeah, I think he was like, I'm done with these girls. I'm busy this time, so we had to recruit a new male voice. But yeah, Brian, they were incredible to work with. Honestly, super responsive. Obviously, we've talked a lot about the design build process. I think through this, and truly a dream team. Like, working with on the general contracting side. I like to go back there for a second. Talking with Brian and Heidi and just how quickly, we made a lot of changes, and I know we're going to get into that a little bit, and we did the last episode, I think, too. But they were always gracious about it. We've talked about the ego in architecture, and we never got that from them, and they were super quick to jump on the design changes and get it back to us so we can continue building the project.
Yeah. So many moving parts
Oh, yeah.
for this. Yeah.
Crazy.
So I'm excited for you guys to open up your second restaurant. You're starting the process for that already?
Well,
Not
second.
Not second
Be the
restaurant.
4th, but
next, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking already about it.
Are
It's
you?
right-
Oh,
it's
nice.
about 100 feet from here.
Oh, no, really? Nice. Once again, I was
Quote,
joking.
unquote,
like,
it's me.
like-
We're concepting it, so we're trying to.
He's alluding
Yeah.
to things way too early.
I know.
Okay.
He's
All right.
putting
Yeah.
the juju out there before we even have something
Put the
signed.
energy in the air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Well, all right. Well, I'll kind of let you take the reins at this point. This is your episode to shine and
Yeah.
hammer these guys with questions.
I know, and I will.
Be gentle.
Yeah. So I think we talked about a lot of the concepting of a restaurant and starting back. I just want the people that didn't listen to the first 2 episodes and go listen, they're pretty great. But that, it took a lot. It danced in my brain is what I say. And then working with Nicole on bringing it to life, and then literally her coming, the first pass. And seriously, like if you look at the first pass to now, there really isn't a whole lot of changes. But there were some. And I think that's kind of where I want to start is as we were in construction, some of the things that we were like, oh, wait a second, that's not going to work. And the first one was when you walk in the front door at Sparrow, it's kind of a moment, but it wasn't always that way. So it was a wall, and she had a beautiful design for the wall, but it was, you walked in and you essentially walked into a wall, and behind the wall was where all the liquor was stored, and we had TVs on the wall, and it was, just something that to us made sense at the time. And then when Parker walked in while we were building and they were starting to build the wall, I can kind of let you take over here.
No, keep going. I like the way you explain
it. But he kind of was like, this isn't going to work.
Yeah.
And that's where I believe Parker's a builder. He sees things long before I ever do. I'm definitely more of like, once we get in with the vibe and then the creation side, I care a lot about the food and the drinks and what people are going to feel. And he's more looking at the tiniest details of, is this wall straight? Is it, is the light in the right place? How is it going to shine? But with this wall, he said, you're killing the energy as soon as you walk in the door. And you have to be able to feel that energy from the other side and what's going on in the bar and what's going on behind the bar, because this side of the restaurant truly is. And if you come on a Friday night, you can feel it. It's just it's a vibe. Like you're here. It almost feels like a nightclub a little bit. And had we not changed that design and, being the general contractor and calling her and saying, hey, how quickly can you get me a new design on this? And having her render it that week, it really changed, I believe, the whole vibe of this place, that you walk into this, caged piece with the Sparrow symbol, but you can see the liveliness of the other side of the restaurant. So kudos to Parker.
So many words. I would have not said that much stuff.
You would have said the energy, right?
Yeah. You just walked in and boom.
You're an energy guy, though, I can tell, right? Like you're.
Yeah, I can't take credit for a lot of things. I more had the visual. I had the vision of the place, not the architecture necessarily, but how it would flow.
Yeah.
We negotiated this deal before it was even ever built, so we just had a site plan. So we, when I was walking through it with Emily, I was kind of looking at how the sun would set, so made sure we had the patio on the right side, the flow of people walking behind here in this little play area out there.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is how I like it. And then we did the site plan. I kind of think about how people are going to be sitting here, what they're going to be looking at, how it's going to flow, even to where when we did the restrooms, we redid the restrooms last minute because I didn't like how people would stand or whatever in there. Mm-hmm. But then after that, I didn't do anything. I mean, until we started building, the girls took it from there, and they would show me periodically, and I just cannot see design until it's just. I mean, if you showed me that mirror, I'd be like, no way, no way. But when it's in here, it flows like a birdie in a no way. Like I wouldn't. Not one thing I can see. I just can't see it until it's all put together. Yeah. Like you love the bird cages, I do too. But when they were coming out of the crate, I was like, what? But it works. It's beautiful. And I get so many unwarranted compliments too.
I honestly get a little bit like upset sometimes about it too. People come in and be like, Parker, you did a really good job with this place. And I'm like, duh. Yeah, totally, Parker. You did such a good job.
It was all me. Yeah.
But it's a great team because I just can't, I can't do that part. I know my limits.
Yeah, that is a key, though, right? I mean, that's a key to success. Is like know what you're good at and know what you can, outsource and bring other people who are better.
Nicole probably thought I was an asshole.
Oh my gosh, no!
Because they would call me and like, "What do you think about this?" And I was like, "I just can't help you with this. I can't."
Yeah.
Actually, I appreciate that more. Like you staying in your lane when you need to stay in your lane, but like it makes those moments you did like, hey, this is off. Mm-hmm. It made me listen obviously even more because you know when to like pull back and you know when to like put your opinion in. And I don't think you do give yourself, as much credit as you should, because there were a few big changes like that wall and also like those windows opening up that whole corner and like sometimes like Emily and I were so in it, and sometimes you need that other perspective of like, have you guys thought about this? And it's like, oh.
And some things you just
yeah.
can't you can't do it until you're in the
Yeah.
space and feeling the space.
Yeah.
You know, so then the
Totally.
changes
Because
come.
scale, proportion, because you were right, like right when you walked in from a rendering, it feels like you have 10 feet, 20 feet, right? But actually there's what, 5 feet
Yeah.
right in front of that door. And so it was such a good call. And then when you actually came in, it's like, oh, that is going to completely block the energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a like a very intuitive kind of thing to think, though, right? Because I look at that and I'm like, that's super cool, right? Where it just kind of feels like it's part of the space, where a wall like that would like.
It just changes it.
It does.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really does.
And I would say like using these windows too, like there's the whole place pretty much opens up here, and
I love that aspect of it for sure.
It's incredible, and it
Yeah.
really does feel like that garden feel, that gathering place that we talked about from the beginning. Like you really get that, especially with the other restaurants that are starting to open up that kind of gather together, and then the play area outside. But when we did this window on this side that was stationary, and then when you open it up, these are the type of things that I wish Brian were here for. But like the cascading events that come from Parker making one, like to me, going from a stationary, I don't even know what that's called, like a non-movable,
Just a slider, yeah.
Non-movable. I'll give you that,
non-movable
yeah.
window to doors that open, then you have to think, well, we had to bring power out there because then you need the fly fans for every area that has that, and then the heater needs to move because now the heater was in front of the window, or in front of the door. Just all the pieces that when you make one change, how much it affects other things, I think is so important to talk about in the building side. Like as we were doing it, I'm like, oh shoot, yeah, I guess when we moved that, we did move it. Or I mean,
The
we could
whole banquet wall changed. We
Yeah.
shortened it.
yeah, that, or
We
like,
relayed out all those tables.
oh yeah, the tables have changed.
Outside
The-
tables.
No, this
Okay.
well, and this whole corner too, because when you changed from the fixed window to the operable.
Oh yeah. Remember that like this whole
what?
section essentially had to change because that was supposed to be
Oh, yeah.
the banquette, and
That's right.
it could have gone all the way past the window. It's so hard
glad
when
we did.
people are not going to see what we're talking
Well,
about.
you need to
but-
come see the place.
I know, seriously. Everyone, you're going to get it. If you
Yeah.
just
It
listen
kinda-
to the podcast and sit in this booth,
Yeah.
you're going to understand what we're
It
talking
kind
about.
of sucks as a design builder though, because we sort of try to pride ourselves on thinking everything through from the beginning, and so then when you come out here and you're making a bunch of changes, you're like, it's our job not to have these changes,
Yeah.
but it feels different when you're doing it, when you're building it.
Yeah.
You can't think of every single thing.
Yeah.
And I think touching on that too, that we've worked together in other places. Now we have a lot of actually exciting stuff coming as well, but working with a true design build team and kind of circling back to that, it's helped us be better builders with other restaurants. And we've also had a lot of lessons learned, I would say. Like we just like, okay, it makes sense why maybe this client saw it differently than we did when we were just the builders and not the operators. Like everything is so important as an operator, especially when you're getting closer to opening, because we have things planned for, months of when the hiring starts and all these things. And the changes do affect schedule. And
Yeah.
that I could go for days on that. And I know I want to talk a lot about the design, and I also want to talk a lot about the opening because there was such crazy stuff leading up to the opening. Like how we opened when we did was a miracle, an act of God. So yeah,
It's hard.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It's hard.
I do want to touch too on this design change because I think it was such a fun thing.
Yeah.
The color of the walls, which seems, I mean, when you walk in, it's like a no-brainer. They look
Okay.
beautiful.
Yeah.
But they were supposed to be completely different. And then we nixed it because I was trying to be cost conscious as I am. So I was
didn't
like,
notice.
I was like, yeah, whoops. I designed quite the restaurant. We designed quite the restaurant. Sorry about that, babe. But no, this wall was going to be wood originally, right?
Yes.
With the big cages. And then it went to like teal. It was going to be like a bright teal in
think
all the
so.
renderings. Right?
Yeah.
Green or teal?
I think it was a teal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
But
this color.
Not this
Not
color.
this color. No.
And when he came in to do it, I was like, Nicole, you have to be here. So she like drove here super early in the morning, and it's hot. The AC's, maybe the AC was on at this point, but it was she's like, okay, I'll be there. So she came in, and the color, like when they held the color to the wall, we were like, that's it. Like it changed the whole vibe, and we ended up carrying it all the way into the garden. Yeah, this blue.
So they had the teal also.
They had the teal, We were going to do a tan, maybe just keep it super neutral in here. And I'm telling you, like, we were like, oh my gosh, this must be the color of the restaurant.
And sometimes it's, Parker, to go back to your point, like when you're in, you don't know it until you're in the space and like seeing it like that morning in the actual lighting of the actual space, things do change, because we can give you a rendering, but that's in SketchUp and other programs. And so it's not true lighting, right?
Yeah.
And so literally he held up that color, and both Emily and I were like, oh, that's it.
I had to grab that, like, whoa, hold on.
We love it.
It's so moody, and we were just like so excited. And it is. It's beautiful. It was
turned
the
out incredible.
perfect fit.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
We get a lot of compliments for sure.
Yeah. And so now, all this stuff that you're describing, like the front, this was before even the ribbon cutting, right? Because that was my first taste of the place. So that by the time I got here, it was all this stuff was already. This was during the construction process.
So I think that's like most of the. I'm trying to think of anything else we might think of some before the ribbon cutting. And then I feel like the ribbon cutting, it's so funny because like it was so hard to envision. I had never. Well, Highball we did. You know, I was involved through the whole process, but we opened during COVID, so it was such a different experience opening during COVID and doing friends and family during COVID, and you know, it was a tight space, and we had to be so careful with how many people were in it and wearing masks and yada, yada.
Yeah.
So here, like really getting to hire the PR and work through that process and, you know, be involved with training and menu renditions. And, you know, Skylar's just phenomenal. And honestly, we put so much faith in him, I would say, that like everything was so tight, and we had C of O, you know, it was like right up to the date that we got the C of O. And then we had a total hiccup with the liquor license, which is so funny. I think I already knew about it at the last podcast, but essentially we hadn't opened a brand new space when did you open Cityscape?
Geez, probably 10 years ago.
Yeah. So it'd been a while, and we were a little rusty on the process and how quickly you're supposed to do things.
Yeah.
So we didn't apply for our liquor license. We knew it takes time, but usually we take over an existing space and just transfer a license. Well, when you get a new license, especially in a new construction, it has to go through the city, and they goes to the board and they approve it. And then there's a certain waiting limit where someone could come and protest. And there's like all these numbers of days that I just had no idea.
Yeah.
So I ended up the Arizona Restaurant Association were amazing. Nice. I have such great things to say about them after this. And the city was like, I had to call the city and basically beg them, like, please put it on this docket. Like, I need this. Like, I already have everyone, training's already scheduled. These people already quit their jobs. So anyways, it pulled through, and literally Libby and Mitch did the cocktail menu, and they're like, how we're going to get everyone trained after liquor license came Wednesday, which was the absolute earliest day it could come. We got it first thing in the morning. The liquor board literally, I feel like I became friends with them, called them every morning, like, good morning. How's your day going?
Do you eat donuts?
just wondering. And they're so funny because I'm like, can I get you anything? They're like, no, we can't accept gifts or anything. I'm like, I know, but you guys are my friends now. And also I know you hate me. Please.
We're friends, right?
Can you just work on my file? So they were great though. Honestly, I know that they have so much going on too. And I just shout them out for, their jobs are pretty thankless sometimes. So they were incredible, banded together with us. And then, Libby and Mitch coming in and doing the trainings that day and the next day. And then grand opening was 2 days later. And our team here, now we're 3 months in. And I just almost want to cry every time I think about the camaraderie here and how everyone was just so amped to get in here and get the work done and learn and train and open up. Our opening, you guys were at the ribbon cutting. Yeah. It was literally from the minute we opened the doors, the community was just unbelievably supportive, almost too supportive. We were like, holy smokes. Open table broke. and ended up
you brought the whole
we broke
system
open
down.
table. Yeah. Well, what happened was we had, we set some limits on how many people could reserve,
Okay.
but it didn't work. I don't know if we probably didn't know what we were doing. So we ended up with 400 reservations for the first night, and we had to call half of them and be like,
Sucked.
"Hey, we're really sorry. It shouldn't have let you book. We'll give you a discount next time you come in." But even that, I think
good
we
about
went
it,
down
though.
to 250 reservations, and food was taking 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and I'm like, our kitchen literally, it's like I explained it like Thanksgiving Day with a new family, where you're like, where do I fit? What am I doing?
Yeah.
Okay, do you need help? They're still figuring it out. So
sure.
It's been fun. A lot of people have had to give us a lot of grace, and we've had to shake hands and kiss babies and say, hey, we're really sorry. Come back next time. We had our first storm that the power went out in the middle.
We were here for that.
Yeah,
Oh,
in
dang.
the middle of the shift, and I was
Yeah.
writing paper tickets, and the kitchen was working. So just a lot of fun stuff's happened since then.
And you said it was a Freudian slip. You said 3 years because
3
it
years.
felt like 3 years. Right?
Yeah,
Only 3 months. Well, I to not jump ahead because we'll kind of revisit and go back to kind of where you were. But the thing that really blew me and my wife away on that ribbon cutting day, service. Incredible. Like the service was we knew that it was chaotic and it's the first day and you guys had so many people here. I mean, this whole area was filled, like every table, every seat, and then more people standing around. And the service was incredible. Like everybody was so nice and it was, So, I mean, that's the hardest thing. My grandmother owned our town restaurant all growing up, and she always told me, because I'm like, oh, I want to have a restaurant because I didn't do shit, right? I just came and ate. I'm like, oh, I want to do this for, she's like, it's all fun and games, but if you can't get the right people that you can trust and that are going to do a good job, even just the baseline. So to have people that are phenomenal, that's another. I mean, that speaks a lot to you guys as owners.
Yeah, and just our whole team. Our operations team, the people that help with the training. Shout out to Lola. She put together an incredible training program. Libby, who's been our operator for years and years. Skylar and Sue, Nicole, building the back and building that team, and that's tough too. Like I said, it's building a team that's never worked together to then cohesively put out a lot of meals for a lot of mouths.
For 400.
For way too many. But
It's crazy because we got some stats, and I think it was in the first 10 days or something, and we got a stat, and it was that we served 14,000 items.
Wow.
So people don't understand how much work it takes to get this thing open, and then train. There's 75 employees here, all the training, and then so they're working with a brand new menu, brand new people, brand new place, and to have compliments of the service. They trained very, very well. The servers are awesome here.
Yeah.
They really are.
I've listened-
So they handpicked those great people, and I think they're all still here. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Great.
A lot of times you have a little bit of rotation when you
sure.
open, and we haven't really had that.
No, we just had our company Christmas party, and we walked in. I'm like, holy smokes, we employ a lot of people.
Do we do +4s for everybody? What is happening here? Yeah.
Seriously.
And the vibe of the party was even cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
I
was.
mean, they were just having a great time.
That's
Yeah.
something special then that you guys have going on with this. I
Can
mean,
I talk about that? The party? I'm just gonna.
Well,
the party was.
how R-rated is it going to get?
No, this is just. It's funny because we came here, and every other Christmas party we catered in some food or whatever like that. And I'm looking around and I'm going, where's the food? What are we gonna do about food? And I'm talking to Skylar,
Yeah.
head chef here, and he goes, we had an L10 and we're gonna have a In-N-Out burger. I go, we're gonna have In-N-Out burger, and I go, that's what they voted for, and I'm like, whatever, man.
Yeah.
So we had
It was
In-N-Out
fun, though.
burger catered in for.
Yeah.
Hundreds of people.
Yeah.
it was,
And they probably loved it.
it was
They
fun.
loved it.
Yeah,
Totally.
It was a good
Yeah.
time. It was a good time for sure.
That way everybody can enjoy it, right? Like, because three-quarters of the people are like, yeah, this is great. And then the kitchen's like, God, the hell? Like,
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever they want.
Nicole, I feel like you've had a succession of restaurants open in the
Yes.
last couple months, I would say. And you obviously got a firsthand look in here. We've become very close friends
Yes.
over the last year. So, but I mean, the training of all of them and kind of your piece in all of them, is it similar? Was ours different in any way?
I think our piece it's different every single client. So just to go back to even during construction, like what was really nice about it's funny, some clients want us on site every single day. And literally we are, and sometimes multiple times a day. Some we like maybe go once or twice throughout construction. I think we were a good mix with you guys. But what's nice is we always just get to see that evolution and that process. And then for training and opening, that's where we kind of just step back and we kind of become your biggest cheerleader, really. Like
Seriously.
it's out of our hands. So this is kind of weird, but the best analogy I like to tell people is we are essentially surrogate parents, right? So you give us your dream, we take it, we grow it, we design it, all the things, and then we like put it out into the world, but in reality, then it's yours. It's no longer technically ours, but we still are so tied to it. So we like, and you're right, like we've had a lot of openings this year, but always we're like in the background. If you need us, we're here. Just like that morning on the other wall.
Yep.
Towards the end of construction, Emily had a little nervousness about the kitchen wall and the color of that. And so she called me up and I'm like, I can come over there this afternoon.
Yeah. I'm freaking out.
Let's look at it.
Are you just staring at it on the phone with her like?
Yeah. It was, yeah. And that wall specifically was like white. It was very neutral for a long time. And then they painted it gold. And when they painted it gold, I was like, why is it gold? It's too gold. I don't
Did
like
you not
it.
approve the gold?
Oh, I did.
Oh, okay.
But when it's a big wall. And I was like, oh
I thought it
God.
looked pretty cool.
It was just a really stark contrast from the white, from the like what it was, the MDF that it was like kind of base paint.
Yeah.
But we worked through it.
Yeah.
I calmed her down.
Yeah.
I think that's my biggest role, right? Like I'm here for you to support you and to walk you through the times when like it gets a little bumpy. And I think that's probably the thing that every single owner goes through. There's no such thing as no bumps. Like there's bumps, there's things there's going to be the liquor board. There are always different surprises. Like the liquor board was, but it's so hard. This industry is so incredibly hard. And so I think, luckily I do get to become really close friends with some of my clients.
That's what I was going to say. It's actually pretty cool that most of your clients are your friends.
They do
now.
end up being my
Yeah,
friends.
and it's
How
true.
can
Like,
you not be?
and I know,
right?
and she really does become like a cheerleader. Like she's been here so many times since, and like really built up. And I know, Pignon and other groups that still like she's like yay in the background, like cheering them on.
I share your socials. I like that's always me resharing. Oh, they're doing an event. Share. Like because the best thing is to watch you guys succeed and to hear great things. And like, yes, they are amazing people. And to watch amazing people succeed, I'm going to tear up. But it's like, I'm so honored in the role that I get to play in the dream. And then it's out there and it's like, hi guys, I'm still here. I'll come have cocktails.
Don't forget your water bottle. Do you have sunscreen?
Exactly. What else can I do? But usually it's like, it's out of my hands at that point.
I love it. Well, let's take a quick break and then we'll get back into this.
A reminder, this episode is sponsored by our friends at Ganem Companies. They partner with restaurant owners, architects, and designers to turn great concepts into well-built spaces without losing sight of the guest experience. From pre-construction through opening day, Ganem brings clarity, collaboration, and craftsmanship to every project. Again, shout out to Ganem Companies.
So Nicole was talking about the surrogacy, right? And
Great analogy, by the way.
It is. I love it. When she told me it too, I was like, yes, that is totally true. So she's like nurtured this and, held it and gotten it to this point. And then I kind of tell the story from there that, we talked about the opening and the wildness of it and the first, couple weeks that were just insane, trying to make everyone happy, but also know that there's going to be hiccups. I am a perfectionist. I will tell you that. But I say like, I basically had this newborn baby and I was so excited to have my baby that I had been talking about for so long. And then, people call your baby ugly.
Which is the worst thing that
like I was like, I explained it to so many people, like, not everyone's going to love what we created. And reviews come out and people are crazy internet trolls, some of them. And
they pee in your Wheaties.
For sure. That one, number 1 and 2. And
I mean, seriously. And like some of these people, just what they would say, and I get it, like food took too long or stuff comes out cold, and like we're doing our best.
Yeah.
But man, I've listened to like, Lauren Bailey at Upward or Sam Fox, like some of their podcasts are ones they've spoken on, and it's all the same, right? Like
sure.
you got to work through stuff, and gosh, they've gotten 20 times, 30 times, 50 times better than us because they've done it so many times. But just the trolls.
Yeah.
I'm like, stop calling my baby ugly. Like, give it a minute to grow. It still has a rash on its head, okay? Like, whatever it is.
But in all fairness, like she kept asking people how her baby looked. So she's constantly on Yelp and reviewing and just getting the bad news. And you have to. I will not do it.
Yeah.
I will not do it.
He won't go, on Yelp or anything. And I go,
is that a good thing that he stays away from it?
Oh God, sometimes. And honestly, like our reviews have been great since. But people are still going to be
But we
people.
listened a lot though too.
Yeah.
Most of it we already knew.
Yeah.
Some of it was that they would say something about the food, and we changed it, and we did change it.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna bring up. Anyone that's listening that has opened something, or people that are just foodies, we do appreciate reviews. The good, the bad, the ugly. Sometimes I wish the 1 stars would just maybe talk to us.
And what is a 1 star?
I know, seriously. And some of them, like, they're like, vibe incredible, service great, food just okay, didn't love the menu, 1 star. I'm like, really?
Didn't have chicken tenders.
Yeah.
Like,
Seriously.
Yeah. But sorry to interrupt, but like, there's some truth to some of this stuff.
Totally.
Right? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You wish they would reframe it and just go, like, great, vibe was good, service was good, food was mediocre, but we're glad it's here and we're gonna be back. And we'd be like, that would be a great.
Yeah.
Here's a negative and a positive, but no, sometimes it's just pee in your Wheaties.
Oh, for sure. These people are con artists.
Yeah.
Do you know it's really fun? My husband do this. We play this game. So go on those people who give you the 1 star and read their other reviews.
Yeah.
And some are like just off the rails. I'm like, oh, you're just kind of a sad human.
Oh no, we had like we had my son and Lola, who did a lot of the training here, and
Lola runs our experience now.
And Emily and I we had a road trip. Where were we going? And anyways, they just read reviews and they just worked through it the whole time.
Yeah.
And I was just driving, going, I can't. Some of these people are ugly. This is terrible.
And there was one we clicked on, and Lola's great. Like we reach out to anyone. We always try to invite them back. Like we do the right thing.
Yeah.
And one of them, I was reading, I was like, this is the weirdest review. Like, honestly, I can't decide if he's happy or sad until the end, and then the 1 star. And then we click on it, and the guy has like 35 1-star reviews and like 4 5-star reviews. So I'm like, you're just going on and like,
oh yeah,
they're just kind of mad at the world.
Yeah.
And they want what not that some bad reviews are obviously not warranted because things
we make
definitely
mistakes.
happen.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
But the ones that are like super raging, you're like, what are your other reviews?
For sure. What's it like having a conversation with you?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And I will say, as someone like especially when we travel, like our family, we'll go to another city. We definitely look on Yelp, and we'll read the good and the bad. And so that's the good thing is like, I think the people who know what to look for are like, okay, the positives say this and the negatives
whenever
say
we
this.
go to whenever we go to a new restaurant and you can tell they're just working through it. It's fine.
Yeah.
And we go, but Emily and I we'll talk about it. We'll go, yeah, this was slow or whatever like that. But we can see where they're going.
Yeah.
So like we'll be back and we'll be all worked out. I mean,
yeah, like I'm not going to name the name of the restaurant, but there's only a couple restaurants around here, 2 of which we own, right? And a couple others that we frequent very regularly. Some of them we've been going to for 20 years. Some of them are new, and we've been going, as long as they've been open. But there's even those ones. I'll call the manager over and be like, hey, this is the second time we've had this, and it's inconsistent or whatever. Just talk to them. Like,
Sure.
we want to know. It could be one cook that's having a bad day, or maybe someone that it needs a different role in the company. Like, it happens, but we want to be better. Just
For
tell
sure.
us.
Yeah.
So,
Just be nice. Jesus, German,
I feel like that was one of the things that like were the hardest. Again, opening something new and having squid that we've had for so long, and we got it together there. Like there's not a whole lot of up and down because we've been around 15 years. We know how to make the food. People have been there, and then here, people just having opinions, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Like it's okay to have an opinion. I just would rather them all be good.
Yeah.
Again, perfectionist. I'm like, everyone that doesn't like it, I'm like, well, can you give me a second chance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a new picture of my baby. You're like,
Yeah.
how about this one? Yeah. It's a new hat on her.
Is
yeah.
it cute here? Yeah.
But overwhelmingly positive reviews
Yeah.
for this, right?
Yes.
Because you guys, I mean, you did all the work to get open. You mentioned something about the wall. There was another. It was the gold wall.
The gold wall.
The gold wall. So all right. So let's kind of fast forward a little bit to like we're coming to opening day, right? Like all of these little details, and then you see people outside waiting, looking at their watches. No, not right now. I was just saying, like I was painting that picture. You were like, we're ready.
Yeah.
This is on. When you're about to open for ribbon cutting. What's happening at this point? Like, where are you at mentally?
I think, sorry, I had a moment of distraction there. I'm like, oh shoot, the restaurant's opening.
Well, but that's it. This is your place, right?
Yeah,
like, it's
and
not like we're in a spot where you
We
can
have
just be,
guests here.
Yeah.
So anyways, I think the ribbon cutting, I put a lot of time and energy into it. I always say, I have another full-time job, and it definitely took a back seat for those weeks because I was so focused on making sure we had the right people in the room and that everyone that played a part in the hype of this place and building it and conceptualizing it. And I mean, our broker that brought us the space and talked to Parker, and the developers who, took a chance on us and believed in the concept we were bringing, and the designers and the construction team and the city of Peoria and just all the people that came into it. It was such like there's like a few times in my life that I think about being as excited as I was on that day. And again, it was, I guess the ribbon cutting was 2 days later, but the opening day, the friends and family day, you're coming to the end of construction, and it was a very expensive build, and making sure that we put the right intention into that day was huge.
Into ribbon cutting day.
Into ribbon cutting and friends and family. But
yeah.
like, we're 3 hours before friends and family, and I'm still like in sweatpants running around, like moving boxes, like, because it comes down to the final wire, no matter how much you prepare. It's just the way it is. And again, I think because we got our liquor license 2 days before, we were still like putting, glasses down and liquor bottles on the wall. We had deliveries coming like up until the hour before friends and family launched. But it went off without a hitch the first couple days. And then coming into ribbon cutting, I just, I prepared a speech literally 40 minutes before I was like, oh my God, I have to speak.
Yeah.
But it was, I ended up like crying in the speech because I was just overwhelmingly grateful for him, for, the people that invested in it or put their investment in any way, their time, their energy, it was just so much fun. And crazy enough, that's, I think, fast forwarding to, if you would have asked me before we opened if I wanted to do another one, I would have said, no way.
It's like childbirth.
Yeah.
Sure, but you forget.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Just
just 9 months
like-
later,
yeah.
you're like, I can do this again.
Yeah. Oh,
It's a
look how cute
powerful
they are.
day. It's a very
Yeah.
powerful day. I mean, it's a, call it a year in the making or something like that. And every, not only do we have I'm wearing multiple hats at the time. She's wearing multiple hats because we're not only restaurateurs, we have the construction company building the place. We have a concrete division that's still pouring concrete the last day practically. We have the ICI, our procurement company, is handling the lights and furniture and whatnot. So, I mean, and there's 75 people that we got to train, and it's just a lot.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
it's all custom. I mean, it's a very expensive build. In a 6 month time, so you put slamming a lot of stuff in the ground really fast.
Can
It's all gonna
can I
work.
pause there? That is one thing I did want to mention, definitely in this episode, is that as the designer, I can create the most beautiful renderings and have a vision, but what Ganem does so incredibly well is the execution. And if you don't have,
Don't make me cry.
I see him
but
tearing
truly,
up.
truly, I think that's the thing is like, we designed all the things. We put so much thought and detail into every single piece and component, and then we put that into the construction documents. But if you don't have a team behind you, getting the right mill worker on board, getting the right,
Totally.
like it just falls flat.
Yeah, it can fall flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this came to life because Ganem did such an incredible job making sure it came to life. So I just had to.
It's a lot.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
it's so powerful that day because you're so excited to show everyone what you created. You know, here's our little baby, and but it's not done. You know, so it's done, but it's not done. Now now you're looking around, and I'm guilty of this. Every time I open up, I'll sit at the bar and I'll have a drink, and I'm so nervous I start drinking too much. Yeah. So then I'm just like, I gotta go home.
So zoned in and like,
Yeah, because your nerves are going crazy because you want everyone to just rave about it, and you're just nervous, you know. So
Yeah.
but it ends up working out.
What, and that was a great speech you gave too. Like it was, my wife and I always joke, we end up somehow, we always try to find the seat in the back, but somehow things always flip oppositely and then we're in the front. So like we were over here, like there was everybody everywhere and we were just kind of like, oh, let's just go sit over here. And then you guys were literally, I think right here at this table and we're like, oh shit, she's right there. And that was great though, because that captures all, and he's fine too. Like if I'm on a podcast and I get to pet a dog, I'm good with
Yeah,
that.
I know. He's
That's
just
the
mobbing around.
project manager.
Yeah.
Well, he's doing a good job.
It's a little distracting.
But it's more than I mean, it shows how much heart and soul you guys put into this, right? This wasn't just like, oh, let's just open up a restaurant and this is very black and white and this is the, you know, like you guys, there was a lot emotionally invested in this for you guys, you know?
Yeah, it totally. You couldn't have said it better because it was an emotional roller coaster. You know, we've only been married a couple years. We've known each other a long time, but we've done a lot. We've grown a company. We've opened, you know, a couple new restaurants, and it's scary. I mean, it boils down to he has no fear, which is just wild to me. I mean, if he does, I never see it.
Yeah.
Put it that way. And I'm just nervous of everything. I'm the biggest nervous Nelly.
Good balance then. That's a
Yeah.
good
So I'm like,
balance.
what if no one shows up?
There's some fear in there somewhere.
Yeah.
My pilot instructor, I've used this in restaurants or when I was a superintendent or whatever, building buildings for people. My pilot instructor said, don't scream unless you see me scream. So that's what I say. So if I have a client and they're just because they're nervous, it's a huge investment. It looks chaotic. But as a builder or whatever, we're like, we know what we're doing. And don't scream unless you see me. You see me scream?
Yeah.
Start screaming. Something's
Run.
bad.
Run.
And there was like, when we were in like the liquor board thing, going back to that, he was like so calm about it. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like this could be, you know, we're paying rent already here. And this could be a 2-month delay. Like 2 months of paying rent? That's not in the pro forma.
Yeah.
I promise you. I'm like, okay. And he's like, yeah, it is what it is. I'm like, what do you mean it is what it is?
I knew she could work it out.
Yeah.
Inside, he's like sweating bullets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's on top of the 50 million other things that are going wrong at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. The gas issues. There was all sorts of
It's just
fun things. Yeah. That's what, and again, I think it's every restaurant owner, but I know a lot of people listening, I think, to this possibly, well, actually, I guess I don't know, but I would say some of your listeners might be people who are thinking about opening a restaurant.
Yeah.
And I always say, like, start with her. Get a good interior designer. Spend the money.
Social Design Studios.
Raise the money to
.com.
start with Social Design Studio, because if you've got nothing but an idea, and most people know the food, right? They have that already. Get a good concept. Work with someone that can help you create something beautiful. But
It takes a team.
it does. It takes a team.
Not one person gets credit.
Yeah. I was not a
100%.
restaurateur. I know nothing about that. I was just like, I have an idea. And he signed the lease.
I will say, Emily, to your point, like, this is our last episode. We've done 3. We've gotten to speak to each other for pretty much hours. I don't know, total. Talked a lot. We've talked a lot.
Me?
Through all of that, like I feel like only touched on what it takes. Really, I mean, we've shown that, you know, shared the highlights, shared some of the lowlights, but in reality, it's
Hundreds and hundreds of people in
it's
hours.
hundreds of people. It's thousands of hours. It's so, you know, yes, not just the 3 of us. There's so many people on the construction crew and the engineers. Like, let's talk about them. They like make sure the lights work. And
And the reality is, if it can go wrong, it will.
Oh,
it
for
does,
sure.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what it is. You're unloading lights and it's missing a part. I mean, times 1,000.
Yes.
The whole time.
Yes.
It's just the way it is.
100%.
And so you're trying to get ahead of everything.
That's the one thing we know for sure. Something will go wrong.
Yeah.
But to your point, Emily, like having the right team, having the right contractor who like will remain calm in those situations, having the right designer and procurement agent that like understands when something comes in wrong, we're going to get a part overnighted to you, like, and make it right. It's just, it takes a lot.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it's all.
But
That's
it's
what
worth it.
entrepreneurism is, right? But that's what it's all about. Entrepreneurism, owning your own business, is you're basically a professional problem solver.
Yeah.
Right. Like if it was just plug and play, and it's like, oh, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a restaurant. All right, here's your checklist. Everybody would do it.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like, all right, well, what about when the shit hits a fan? What do you mean if? No, when? Because it's gonna.
Well, especially nowadays, it's not like it used to be. Restaurants are very, very nice. Everyone's trying to blow everyone else out of the water. It's not Bob's Big Boy anymore.
Yeah.
So you're trying to keep up. Every restaurant around us, there's Crust, there's Bourbon and Bones. They're really nice places. Genya, what is it called?
Genya?
Genya.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Genya.
they're cool. Every place is really cool now. So you're trying to keep up with that. So you have to have a team. You can't just be. I can't be the entrepreneur, the chef, the interior designer. No way.
Yeah.
You have to have a lot of great people.
For sure. Yeah. You guys have done it
Yeah.
so far. 3 years in, right? I mean,
3 years, 3 months, whenever it is.
You can see your hair doesn't last very long in the business, though.
I know we've alluded a little bit to something new. I also think it's fun to say that we're already working with Nicole again. Squid's been open 15 years, and I got to shout out our OG that helps the engine turn. But yeah, we just had a meeting. 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
To do a little update over there, and I'm so excited for her. One of the biggest things that we've heard here is bringing that Scottsdale feel to Peoria.
Totally.
And I would say our number one thing, the food's incredible, the drinks are incredible, is the service is incredible, is the vibe.
Okay.
Like if you read our reviews, it's like, oh my gosh, this place is a vibe. So we're excited.
here?
Yes.
You're saying? Okay.
So we're excited to kind of do the same thing at Squid.
Nice.
I think we've been so nervous to make very many changes over there. But it's time. It's been 15 years. We've signed another 10 years.
It's our OG.
Yeah, I feel really good about it. And so it'll be fun to kind of get the band back together. It's not a goodbye, right? So
Yeah, that's
gonna be fun.
cool.
Yeah.
What we live here though too. We live in Peoria. We live about a 7 iron south of here. So, it's places we want to go to.
Sure.
So, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you know anything about Peoria, but everybody knows everybody here. It's really cool living out here. I'm not from Peoria. I lived in Moon Valley, and it's not the same over there as it is over here. It's pretty neat.
That's really cool. And people were wanting something like this over here too, right? Like, I mean, you guys brought something to the community, and how is that? They embraced you.
Oh yeah, totally.
It's all yeah.
I think Bourbon and Bones really showed the community that it was time for some elevated restaurants. And now
Totally.
us coming in and having the support we have, it is a little bit elevated for the area, but this area is just exploding.
They're craving it.
Yeah, yeah, and we needed it. I mean, and we say we've lived here forever, and having a place to come and have an elevated experience and get the dining, the service that you deserve, and the elevated food. A lot of our food, actually, all of our food is scratch. Sometimes I'll say to the chef, like, well, can't we just do this? And he's like, no, like they're back there cutting the steaks, from a big loin. It's not pre-made, or all the things that you don't think about, and they cost money. They cost the time is money. And, and that's been, I think, a curve too. I would say that it is elevated, and we wanted it to be elevated. And some of the pricing I see, I'm like, oh wow, really? And he's like, yeah, it's the cost to do it. Like truly, it is. And like I use the steaks for example, and I don't want to get too deep into this, but the pricing of the steak is actually far lower than what we should be charging for the cut of the meat. And I'm like, I just don't think, the Peoria is going to soak it in.
Yeah.
But also, I'm not willing to lower the meat to make it a less quality meat for what we're giving here. Like, it all has to match. So I'm like, yeah, maybe that we're not at the margin we need to be at, but I'm not willing to change anything.
Sure.
I'm not willing to up the price to where it doesn't become approachable for, a nice, easy dinner on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And I'm not willing to lower the quality of the meat to get the margin in place. So there is, I could go for days in a separate podcast of all those things that we do talk about behind the scenes that's different from the restaurant, but we are listening to, and I want to say we have listened to a lot of what people say, and we're actually already coming out with an updated menu that we'll do. We have a chef. When you have a chef, we're always creating new things.
Yeah.
But we listened to the crowd and things that, maybe didn't do as well as we thought.
Little
But also like the vegetarian crowd, like making sure we do have options for them that they like or want to see, and the vegan people, or not vegan, gluten-free.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah. I mean,
mocktail
I
crowd.
try to stay away from gluten, but I didn't. Yeah, mocktails.
Mocktail
Huge.
crowd.
Yeah.
Having mocktails.
Can I say something really quick? I loved everything you just said. And so I've been doing this 20 years. So I've worked with a lot of restaurant owners, small and big. And I will say that is the differentiator between somebody who really, really, really cares, not just about the margin, but what they're serving to their community. And so I've, thankfully also worked for some incredibly large concept groups, like national, global concept groups. They don't care.
Yeah.
They really don't. They're not caring. They're caring about their margins, number one. So if a steak tastes different, if you're going to a big national chain, it's because they are caring about the margins, where when you're coming to your local, like Sparrow, they're making sure that they serve you exceptional quality, that it's good value because they're part of the community. And so I just want to plug for go local.
One of our core values
Yeah.
is quality in everything we do, and we really
Yeah.
mean it.
Yeah.
Whether it's construction or it's food or whatever we do, we want to make sure that the money comes as a byproduct of quality and
Yeah.
customer service and things
Absolutely.
like
Yeah.
Yep. We got sign language going on over here.
I know. Well, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's people
Good,
in
people
the
are coming
restaurant. My
in.
dog.
Yeah. Oh, the dog's here. Yeah.
Like, we got to get the dog out.
that. So what? They don't care. What-
I like the dog.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else we want to cover before we wrap this up? Because I know
No.
we're supposed to, we got some food over there, I think, waiting for photos to be taken and me to be eating.
Yes. Yeah. No, I think we got it all, which
we
is
did.
wild.
Yeah.
Like when we started, I think if we go all the way back again, we really covered.
Yeah.
The whole
Can
thing.
I do one small plug?
Yeah.
So I think at the first episode we mentioned that when you're hiring a designer, you basically become business married.
Yeah.
For a while. But Emily and I became truly business married.
We did.
What?
We did.
So we're business partners now.
Yeah.
In Social Design Supply Co.
Nice.
So it's an e-commerce site that's geared towards boutique restaurant furnishings for restaurant owners. Essentially, if you maybe just have a refresh, maybe Highball needed a refresh and needed 5 bar stools, we've provided just a very easy go-to source for that.
And it's beautiful. The website's beautiful. And I love talking about this too. Two women that we both work really, really hard and then get along so well has been so fun. And then she came to me with this idea, and she already actually had launched it at this point, but was just needing a little bit of
support.
Yeah, support and
operational guidance. I mean, Emily is just the way her mind works business-wise is just incredible. And so
I've noticed if you're a really hardworking, badass woman, Emily likes to be friends with you.
Yeah. Seriously. So, anyways,
That's good company to keep. Yeah.
But with the company, when she was explaining it to me, Highball is exactly what came to mind, that maybe you don't have the budget to hire a full designer, or you don't need a full design package. The bones are good.
Yeah.
You still want really, really nice restaurant furniture. And when we were opening Highball, we had someone still at the company who now is in procurement, actually, but she... we sat for hours online trying to find furniture that was affordable, but still, we were willing to spend the money to get good commercial furniture that fit the vibe, that felt like it was designer quality.
Yeah.
And it was impossible, basically. It took us months and months to find, procure, get it in, put it together. So when she came to me with this and was like, yeah, essentially we will take the designs that we've already done and put those photos in there so you can really see the vibe you're looking for.
Yeah.
And then just click on them and go, yep, I want 8 of those chairs. And I was like, yes, that's all I needed for these other concepts was something like that.
And that was something I was hearing over and over again from other clients. It's hey, we're not doing a full design this time. I only need this or this. I don't know where to go. Where do you go? And I'm like, oh, so most of our vendors are only designer direct. And so I'm cutting myself out. We're not stepping back. We're still doing this, but it's just serving more people and using the vendors that we've known and trusted for that entire 20-year career. And so I'm excited. And it's been fun.
It's been great.
Yeah.
It's been so fun.
Nice.
And it's like 2026 is going to be so fun.
Yeah.
That's the big year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Oh, yeah.
Social Design Supply Company.
Kind of like the Social Design Supply Co. Yeah, that's like our big launch is happening in the spring.
Okay.
So we're the website is live. It's www.socialdesignsupply.com. But we're kind of really soft launched. We're just seeing what pieces like people react to. Are people coming to the site? But we're going to have a big PR, marketing, all that push just to get our name out in the spring. Yeah.
Nice. Well, keep us updated. We'd be happy
We
to share
will.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to go to Yelp and give it a 1 star.
Thanks, Eric.
The chairs were cold when they arrived. But yeah.
He seems angry.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can take this as an opportunity to give some shout outs. First of all, Ganem. I see your guys' stuff everywhere, like the construction stuff. I saw it. And maybe it's one of those things like when you buy a white Jeep, you see all the white Jeeps, but I see Ganem all over the place. So
Good.
you guys are doing good stuff.
You're doing a
Thank
lot of
you.
exciting
Appreciate
things.
it.
for
Yeah,
sure.
exciting
Yeah.
things.
You guys do everything. Is it not just restaurants?
No,
and, like,
yeah,
it's
restaurants
all-
is actually a pretty small sector for us.
Okay.
So we do.
It's the hardest sector.
Yeah, it is the
It's
hardest.
the hardest sector.
I swear.
So you
the biggest
decided to
headaches.
do it for yourself?
Restaurants
Yeah.
are the hardest.
Everyone talks about them, which is nice. But yeah, we do storage. We do a lot of industrial work. Amenity spaces, clubhouses. We're working on a hotel. So tons of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Nice.
everything but single family homes.
Yeah. Nice.
No
Excellent.
residential.
And then Squid Ink Sushi.
Squid Ink Sushi,
Which
Highball,
is-
just down the street.
Yeah. It like Lake Pleasant.
Lake
and
Pleasant and Happy Valley.
Yep.
Yep.
Highball.
That's the
Highball
OG
cocktail
flagship.
bar.
Best cocktail bar.
I got a
in the
really
state.
good story with Highball if you want it.
I do.
So during COVID, I wanted a dive bar. I wanted to buy a dive bar. Everyone was closing their bars and the restaurants. It's a pretty hard time.
Yeah.
But I went ahead and picked up this cool upstairs a bar at the time. It was another bar, and it had like red brick in it. It looks really cool. And I wanted to have a dive bar, cash only kind of dive bar. And so Emily goes, "Let me have this one. I want to open it. I'll do the whole thing." So, anyways, my dive bar turned into Highball cocktail bar, like the most classy, like speakeasy ever. And I'm like, again, way over budget. So,
But you nailed it though. Like
I'm almost
yeah.
embarrassed to say I wanted a dive bar now that we have Highball cocktail bar.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
awesome. I mean, it's a great
nicest
we're-
dive bar
we're
in the
proud of it.
state for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, nicest.
Well, Mitch and Libby are great. I was going
They're
to say
insane.
this for the ribbon cutting. Like I saw Mitch and I went over and talked to him. He's taking notes. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
damn man, you're locked
Dude,
in.
they are, and they did the cocktail menu here. They are badass. Yeah,
for sure.
Phenomenal
Yeah.
people.
It's funny
Phenomenal.
story that I was like, when you're that good at bartending, like, what do you call yourselves? I thought he was gonna be like mixologist. He's like bartenders. Yeah,
That's
okay.
great.
I thought it was
yeah.
offending.
Yeah. I think the ones that are truly great at their craft, no matter what they're in, they're just like, yeah, call me what you want. It's,
Yeah.
Totally.
it's the ones that have something to prove. They're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a doctor.
Craft mixologist.
I tell people I'm the intern. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just the intern.
Yeah.
My
I always
buddy.
say,
Yeah.
yeah, same with me. I'm like, I'm the EVP. They're like, what does that do? I'm like, I don't know. Whatever. I'm
Take
like
out the
mom,
trash.
the wife.
Yeah. My friend Rick owns Edge Janitorial, and they're huge janitorial company. He's an awesome guy, and people say, "Oh, what do you do?" He's like, "I'm a janitor."
Yeah.
Like, and he doesn't. I'm like, dude, like you don't even like he doesn't. I don't know. I own a company too. He's like, no, I'm a janitor.
Parker
Yeah.
tells people he builds buildings.
Yeah.
I don't know
Like,
what
what do you
else to
do
say.
for a living?
Yeah.
He's like, I build buildings.
That's
I'm like,
great.
you invest. You own very large companies. We own a restaurant. He's like, I build buildings. I'm like, I love it. It's so humble.
Well, it's the people who you want to talk to who will learn more,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like I build buildings, and
Yeah.
they're like, oh, you're cool. All right, I'll tell you a little bit more, but otherwise, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then social design studio as
Yes.
well. My wife saw you at, I don't know if we started at the beginning of the recording or after, so if this is repeated to you guys listening, sorry.
I saw Jackie at Pignon.
Yes.
Just opened. So that's High Noon Hospitality. That was what Emily was referencing. They just opened there in Old Town Scottsdale.
So good.
So good.
Jackie's eaten her
so
like 10
yummy.
times.
By the way, Adam, that CEO, he literally scours every single Yelp review as well, and they also take notes and
Oh, yeah.
make menu change. I think the really good owners care.
Yeah.
They care.
Oh,
They
yeah.
want they.
And Adam's such a great guy.
He is.
He's-
It's such
he
a great
cares.
team. And then Emily, his partner, they're incredible to work with. So yeah, they just opened. We're super proud of that. Super proud of this. It's like two sides of the valley. I absolutely love it. Yeah. And then
What else are you working on?
what else are we working on? We have a restaurant project in Indiana. It's kind of
Nice.
interesting. No, we're actually super excited. It's in a hotel. And then we're going to be doing a new restaurant in Chicago. So
Nothing local.
Nice.
Local?
Oh, she's got some stuff local, but it's
we
Can't name drop.
We do. We are working on a so not a lot of people know this, but our biggest client is actually CCV, and they're, for those who know, and we're working on a really big, incredible project for them right now. So
Good for you.
100,000 square foot,
That's
like
great.
just massive project. So
Nice.
yeah.
Well, if you need
Don't
a
know what
podcaster on location in Chicago or Indiana, let me know. I can
Yeah.
can put this stuff in a. I packed all of this into a suitcase one time, like one of those hard shell, and like it was like 90 pounds. And they're like, "What are you doing?" The lady literally said, "She's like, are you trying to bring this plane down?" I'm like, "Why would you say that?" I'm like, jeez, like no,
Yeah.
I'm not. Anyways, so. And then A-Line Architecture, shout out to them, Brian. They've been awesome. So yeah, I think it's time for us to wrap this up. Thank you guys for doing this. I can't thank
It
you
was so
enough.
fun.
Thank
this
you.
was great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This
thank
was
you. You're
awesome.
incredible
Good
too.
stuff. I try. Just, people ask me what I do. I'm like, oh, I eat for a living. That's it. It's like building buildings. So, all right, guys, thank you.